Hello, good evening, and welcome to M-Town Tonight videos. I am your man, Mr. Darnay, kicking back, getting ready to share with you some helpful information that I hope will be helpful to you and beneficial to you. Today's topic, or tonight's topic rather, will be regarding the ever-loved Tennessee scratch-off cards. Now, I play these cards all the time. I've been playing them for about 5 years. And truthfully speaking, I'm probably ahead in the game. If I had to put a figure on it, I would have to say probably about $3,000–4,000. Doesn't sound like a lot of money, but over a period of 5 years, playing a game of chance, any form of money or any amount of money that you are ahead is a plus. So what I'm going to talk to you about real briefly this evening is basically which cards to play, how to increase your chances of winning, how to decrease your chances of losing. Okay. To give you a brief history of my play, when I first started playing back in 2011, $2 jumbo bucks was the ones that I was hearing all the time, or hearing people talk about all the time. So my interest got real high, and one particular day in the gas station, I just chose to buy one. And the first one I bought, I won a free ticket. And sometimes when you're dealing with gambling or games of chance, that first win, regardless of how much it may be, sometimes it's just enough to get you going or get you hooked, as they say. So I bought my first scratch off, and it was a free ticket. I turned it in. He gave me another he gave me a ticket. I scratched that one off, and it was a $10 winner, and on it began. And ever since that $10, I've been playing, that $10 win, I've been playing, experimenting and playing. And it began to make me want to do some research as to how the games are set up, what's the main prizes and so forth, because at that time I had no knowledge of these things. So I did my research and found out. Now, fast forward to today. I still play the $2 jumbo cards. I play the $10 jumbo bucks cards as well, and I will occasionally play the $3 lady jumbo bucks. One thing that's consistent in my play in all three of these cards, no matter the denomination, money denomination, is that there are certain numbers that I play, or within a certain range of numbers that I play. And the reason for that is because over the years, I've seen some consistency with regards to being between certain numbers in each particular game that I've played. To give you an example, in the $2 jumbos, I've won on the front end of the book, I've won on the back end of the book, and I'll explain what the book is. But I've won on the front end of the book, and I've won on the back end of the book. But my consistent winnings, whenever I've won on a consistent basis, I've noticed that the card starts, or the card comes in between card 40 and card 70. Now that may not be applicable to you. That's my system, and that's what's been working for me. So I'm saying to you that you have to come up with some form of system that will allow you to maximize your ability to be able to notice where the consistency is coming from when you're playing these cards. I personally advise anyone that's playing, when you buy these cards, to not buy one. Buy a minimum of 5, at least 5. And to me, what that does is that gives you an opportunity, what I would say, a decent opportunity to be able to catch some type of winning card within those 5. The odds on most of these cards is really between one out of 3 or 1 out of 4 being a winner, ranging anything from a free ticket in whatever denomination you're playing, all the way up to the jackpot, the main jackpot of that particular game. So the odds are basically anywhere between one out of 3 or 1 out of 4 being a winner. That's not based on the individual book that you're playing out of, or roll, if you will. That's based on the entire state of Tennessee, all of the $2 jumbos in Tennessee, all of the $10 jumbos, Each denomination of cards has its own set of odds, and they're on the back of the card. You flip the card over and you read the back of the card. In the next video, I will have cards to show you and show you some of these things that I'm speaking of. But right now, we're just really talking. There are no visuals right now as far as cards. Okay. The second thing that I chose to do was to realize that I couldn't play everywhere I went. Meaning that every time I stopped at a gas station, or every time I was in a grocery store, or anywhere that sold Tennessee Scratchoffs, that I would not buy any. Okay. Now the safeguard was in place of being able to buy within a certain number. Okay. And the way I do that is if I go into an establishment, a store, liquor store, because in Memphis, some liquor stores sell Scratchoffs. Grocery stores have the machine that sells the Scratchoffs and so forth. Now, when I walk into a merchant store, what I do is I will inquire. Whichever denomination, doesn't make a difference. $2, $10, $3. I will inquire as to what is the next card on in the roll or in the book. Give you an example. If I go into a MAPCO, good morning, ma'am. How are you this morning? What's the number on your $2 jumbo buck today? Most merchants know what you're talking about. They'll go right to the card and they'll look at it and say, number 35. Well, in my case, I wouldn't purchase 35. That's out of the range of my numbers. I start at 40 and play up to about 70. If I would have come in that store and said, good morning, ma'am, I'd like to, what's the number on your $2 jumbo today? If she told me 47, then I would buy 5 of them. If I lose with those 5 and I don't make anything with those 5, I take that for what it is. I've played the numbers that I like to play. I've played within the scope of the system that I've put in place for myself. That way, if I lose, or I should say if I don't win, I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel hurt about it. It didn't hurt my budget because the favorable conditions were there for me. And if I didn't win under those favorable conditions, well, at least I was able to do it on my terms. It wasn't just a random card. It wasn't just something that I just spontaneously said, well, give me $2 jumbos. No, I don't do that. I take my time and I ask the merchant, what's the number on that card? Whether it be the $2 jumbo, $10, or the $3. On the $3 jumbo, my numbers are relatively the same, anywhere between 40 and 70. Okay. Now, in a $2 jumbo book, you got 150 cards. 150 cards. 150 times 2 equals to 300. So an entire book of $2 jumbos would run you $300. Okay. An entire book of the $10 giant jumbos would run you $300. That's 30 cards in a book. Okay. In the $3 jumbo, there are 100 cards. 100 times 3 is $300. So you see where I'm going. Each one of these books is going to cost you about $300 for the book, okay, or the stack, or the roll, whatever you choose to call it. My thing is this: I'm all about winning, okay. So anything that I can do that will increase my opportunity to win, that's what I do. Whether it be research, whether it be communicating with people, talking to people that play the games, getting their insight on what they found out, and sometimes that's helpful. That's why I'm here sharing the information with you, because the things that I've been through that have helped me, I choose to share it with those that are doing the same. Okay? So hopefully my information can help you become a better winner in playing the Scratchoffs. The third thing that I do is that I make sure that wherever I go, I have some type of rapport with the merchants or the cashiers or whatnot. In my experience, it's always been best, my experiences now, that where you play frequently is best for you. Because where you play frequently, if those merchants get to know you, or at least know your face and know that you play, they may be willing enough to let you know whether winners have come and gone, with regards to buying scratch-offs in their particular store and cashing in winners. To give you an example, if I go to a particular store on a regular basis, they know me, they know what I buy, and 9 times out of 10 when I'm walking in the door, they'll tell me the numbers on the cards that I choose to play, and if they are within my numbers, depending on the denomination of game, of the amount of the game, $2, $10, $3, they will actually pull my cards off and have them ready for me. That's crazy. I just look at that as good customer service. And those people also let me know. Sometimes I can walk into a store that I frequent and I can get ready to ask for the cards, and they'll look at me and say, Mr. Darnay, you missed it yesterday. Somebody came in here and won a $500 jumbo off of so-and-so, or somebody came in here and won $100 off of a so-and-so, or something of that nature. Well, that helps me because I know in most cases, if you've won a $200 jumbo out of a particular roll, for the most part, that's it in that roll. That's it. Now, true enough, you still have the chance of winning the $50,000 prize, grand prize. But for the most part, as far as the odds are concerned, it's not in that book. So if someone has already won the $500 jumbo out of a particular roll, and I've been told that, rest assured I won't be purchasing any of those $2 jumbos out of that roll. Okay? So these are the type of things that you have to go to think about and take some real time to let it sink in about when you're doing any form of gambling. It is in your best interest to know everything and anything it is to know about the game of choice that you choose to risk your hard-earned money on. That's how I think. That's how I win. I'm not a winner every time. There is no one that wins every time. But I do win most of the time. And in my case, in my studies and research, most of the time is about 70%. So what I'm saying to you is that based on my system and my style of play, I've been a 70% winner when I choose to play. I don't play the cards that I don't want to play. I don't shop in the stores that I don't want to shop in, and I keep up with the prizes that are available in the games of choice that I play, which goes to that. In the next video, I will be having some visual cards to show you particular things about those cards that may be able to help you be a better winner as well in playing the scratch-offs. A lot of people are playing them. A lot of people are playing them for different reasons. Some people play them just for fun. I personally think there's no such thing as gambling for fun. When you gamble, the purpose and objective to gambling is to win. That's the only reason why you do it. Not for fun, not for play, not to be popular, but to win. And that should be your objective at any time when you are risking your money on anything. I wouldn't give a damn if two roaches were racing. You need to know whether or not one of those roaches has a broke leg or not. In particular, the one that you're betting on. Sounds crazy, but it's extremely logical and very effective to have that type of mindset when you're gambling. Okay? So the next video that we're going to have regarding scratch-offs, I'll have visuals to show you different things, because I want to talk about the games themselves, what particular games are best to play, and I've also got information with regards to the Tennessee remaining lottery prize website that you will go to look at those games to see what main prizes are left in the games of choice that you play, which will give you a better understanding of whether or not you should play that game at all. So until the next video, this is your boy Mr. Darnay from M-Town Tonight saying thank you for tuning in. I'm humbled that you tuned in, and I will continue to bring the best information and helpful information with regards to any subject. I'll bring it to you. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, please feel free to contact me at mtowntonight@gmail.com, or you can go to the website at www.mtowntonight.com. Leave your information, and I'll be more than happy to respond to you. All comments are appreciated, negative or positive. It makes no difference. We all are human beings. We all are God's children. Let's act like it. Until then, we'll see you next time. Stay safe.